producer Shay on camera. Before we begin, be sure to take just a second and share this live stream on whatever social media platform you're watching from. By doing this, we can see that you really care and we'll move your questions and comments to the top. All right, let's get this party started. We look forward to seeing you and your questions and comments on this live episode of the Ask Big Van Show.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Ask Big Van Show, where we will answer all the questions in the whole wide world if we have time, which we usually don't. But thanks for joining in. We look forward to answering your questions. If you want to preface those in the comments below with hashtag AskBigVan or the @ Ask Big Van, and share this also if you don't mind before we get started. Share this, whatever live stream or whatever platform you're watching from, YouTube or Facebook or wherever. If you don't mind, just take a second, hit the share button and put it out there for us. With me, as always, is our lovely social media producer, Mazzani Speaks. There she is. So everything you send in, she filters and then decides what we're going to put on the screen. If we don't have time to get to it this week, we do apologize. We will kick it up on there next week. If we usually, the ones that we don't have time for this week, we usually put first next week. And then we get, we try to catch up with them. If you've put a question up there that we just like it's too controversial or it's like insulting or something like that, which most people don't. But if that happens, we probably just wouldn't ever address it. So if you've asked a question that we feel like is offensive, we probably have just ignored it. But most of the time we talk about them, as you know. We usually don't pass up any questions. So. All right, Mazzani, you ready for us to get cranking on the first one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take off. We'll do some ones from last week after we do this first one because it's pressing.
Okay.
This comes from Shakia Barnes. She wants to know, what do you think about NYC threatening to fine people for using the term illegal alien?
Oh, yeah. We saw the ad. Shay, you want to pull up that ad? We saw that, not the ad, the article about it.
I sure will.
Yeah, there it is. Hey, kick down the question so we can. There we go. Oh, well, there's nothing behind, anyways. So yeah. I saw this. New York City has now passed a law that says if you say offensive, if you say terms like illegal alien, or like you threaten, hey, I'm gonna call ICE, in a derogatory way, right? Because a lot of people say that just they're not planning on calling ICE, they just say it as an insult, If that happens, then most of the time, it's just like an offensive thing, but evidently in New York now what they're saying is they will actually fine you up to $250,000. And I'm like, what? Holy cow. Talk about a breach of our freedom of speech. I'm not at all condoning calling people offensive terms at all, but I think the people should have the right to say offensive terms. You know what I mean? It's like, holy cow.
I just realized what you were saying.
You know what I mean? It's like, how dare that they fine you for your speech? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That's my opinion of it. Mazzani, evidently you don't agree. You think that people should not have the freedom of speech?
Well, my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's pretty touchy. I feel like then we start to encroach on a lot of people's rights because we're supposed to have the rights of freedom of speech or whatever. And if you're getting upset because someone's using that term, I get it. It is inappropriate in those times in that way. And I totally get that. But I just find it so crazy that they want to fine people for illegal immigrants, but they don't want to fine none of these people out here who, like Becky Barbecue and stuff, who's out here asking, you can't be on the lawn, you can't be having your barbecues out here. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Shay?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Yep. Becky Barbecue. Barbecue Becky. That's who it is. Sorry, I got to do it. Barbecue Becky.
Was she offensive in the things she said?
Yes. Racist.
Oh,
really?
I
just feel like, they're getting upset about illegal immigrants and saying that, okay, well, you got to put fines on more than just that then. You're going to have to put fines on everything.
Well,
I mean, the N-word going to have a fine.
And that's the point that I'm making. It's before long, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. That's the point in freedom of speech is you have the freedom to speak and say whatever you want to say. Even though it offends people, you have that freedom.
Mm-hmm. You get that freedom to get punched in your teeth.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
sir.
exactly right. You run the risk of, all the results of your speech, but still you have the freedom to say whatever you want, right?
Say whatever you want. Please,
And yeah,
please.
exactly. So if they're going to start finding, this is a first step, right, in huge encroachment. Like if they're going to find that to say illegal aliens, next thing you know, of course, and agreed, like in equal comparison, they should also find racial slurs and offensive things like that. But then it's going to across the board. It offends me if you call me, a contractor. I'd rather be called a builder, and it's like now we make a big fuss about it. There's enough people in the economy or in society that are offended by the word contractor. So therefore, if you say the word contractor, you're going to be fined, because it offends that certain demographic in our society. Does that make sense? I know you guys think this is so far-fetched, the comparison between contractor and illegal immigrant, but 10 years ago, who would have thought we were having this conversation? 5 years ago, who would have thought we were having this conversation about the term illegal immigrant, Anyway,
it's
so
illegal alien, actually. Let's just
illegal alien too.
Let's make it specific.
Well,
did it say immigrant or
it said
alien?
either one. Yeah, it said either one. It said illegal.
But the
point that they're making is it's illegal now for you to say anything derogatory towards, in this particular situation, towards somebody that is not that's offended by being called an illegal, and that's not the point I'm making. I'm not saying that it's okay to I'm not saying it's okay to talk down to people. I'm not saying I condone saying things that hurt people. All I'm saying is that we should have the right. We do have the right up until now in New York City. We do have the right to say whatever we want to say, even if it is offensive or even if it is hurtful, because it's my right to say whatever I want to say. That's not me saying that I agree with saying hurtful things. I'm just saying I have the right to say whatever I want to say. But now if I'm in New York City and I say something that's offensive to somebody, I can get fined for what I say. I can get, that completely goes against my constitutional right of freedom of speech.
Well, I just feel I'm going to say one thing, I'm going to let it go. If they could put half as much energy as they're putting into this, into other things that are more important, our world would be a better place.
Of course.
Just saying, because y'all out here finding people for saying stuff. How about you help people? Why don't you help these people who are over here and who are illegal and help them to get the documentation that they need? Because there are families here who make a difference and who are parts of our communities and our families, and they deserve that opportunity. So instead of just running that mouth or setting fines on people, why don't you try to help somebody?
I think that's what that's a whole nother topic. The illegal immigrant topic is a completely different discussion. That's not the point of what I was saying.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's not the point of what I was saying. I was simply saying we have the right as American citizens, to say whatever we want to say, no matter who it offends, no matter who it's hurtful towards. And once we start fining people for saying things that offend people, where does it stop? Everything is offensive. I mean, just go online on social media. Everybody's offended, so it's a big encroachment. So let us know what you think about that in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And before we kick it off to the next question, by the way, who asked that question? Shay, did you ask that question?
She did.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Before we kick it off to the next section or next question, if you don't mind, just share this. Hit the little share button, boop, boop, and send it out. And we will be forever in your debt. All right, Mazzani, let's kick it to another one.
All right, and this question comes from Sage Esses. He wants to know, why is it that if someone smiles at me in passing, I'm expected to do the same, and if I don't, I'm labeled as rude?
Because you're in the South, man. Sage Estes. Now, up north, it's not considered rude. It's normal, right? I've worked in New York and other states up that way, and nobody waves. Like you're walking down the grocery line, and everybody that's watching this from the north, you know what I'm talking about. Like to you right now, you're thinking like, what's the big deal? Like you walk down the grocery line and down the grocery aisle, and there's somebody coming the other way, and you look at them, like you just look at them and you just look back. Like you looked them right dead in the eye and don't even acknowledge their existence, right? Like you looked at them and you looked at the Tide box, and that's as much effort as you gave for both of them, But here in the South, everybody is much more cordial, if you will. Even if we don't like you, we're going to acknowledge you, right? So if you walk down and the more close or in personal space you get, the more it's expected to acknowledge even more, right? So if you pull up next to a car and everybody from the South that's watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. You pull up at an intersection, and there's 2 lanes, and you look over, and the guy next to you, never seen him before in your life, but you look, and he looks at you, and once you make eye contact, you're obligated to be like, hey, how's it going, you know? Am I right, Mazzani? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You like, you know, you give him a little, hey, what's up, you know? You don't do that, Mazzani?
What are you looking
do.
at?
Yes, you do. You're not even listening. You're over there looking for some stuff.
Listen, I'm doing my job.
I know.
Vote for Pedro. Anyway, no.
I told you we were going to talk about the illegal immigrant thing later.
I'm gonna stop. Let's stop. But I usually do whatever, if it's somebody who looks approachable and they're smiling at me. But here's my issue. He said that if somebody smiles at you, is it okay for you to smile back? Yeah, I get it. Whatever. If you smile at me, but if I'm having a bad day and you over here in my face in your car, cheesing and smiling at me, I'll be like, "What are you looking at? Mind your business. Keep your face forward. Smile at Jesus."
You're just mad. That's an angry woman response right there.
Not everybody want to be smiled at. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Not everybody wants to be smiled at. And
don't get mad at me when I smile back at you and I give you the real me and I be like,
fangs and all.
Yeah.
No, I think his question was, why is it rude if you don't respond nicely? When somebody
smiles at you,
acknowledges you, right? Yeah, it's rude. Mm-hmm. At least it is in the South. In the North, if you wave at people or whatever, they think they're getting ready to get mugged. You don't wave at people up north. You know what I mean? Like if you wave at somebody when you're going by them, they think you're looking for drugs or something. It's like you don't communicate with people like that up there. So
what kind of drugs?
Wait a minute.
Oh
I'm just wondering. Like, is there a specific handshake for certain kinds of drugs?
I don't have any idea. How would I know? I have no idea.
Ask Big Man.
So if you're watching this show and you know what kind of hand gestures to use to get certain kinds of drugs, then I'm just kidding. Don't tell us. We don't want to know.
That's funny. But Kendall said Mazzani is serious. She's really not nice. Her soul's from the north.
She's a northern soul. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people from the north are not nice people, because when I worked up there after Hurricane Sandy, there was a lot of people who had like 6 and 7 feet of brackish water in their house, and so everything they owned was destroyed. And they were super nice. Like some little old ladies that were all upset because they couldn't give me hot tea. It was in November, and I was like, just so impressed with how kind the people are up there. But those same people go and get in the car and get out on the road, and it's like road rage. They're blowing the horn. They blow the horn so much in Long Island and in like Brooklyn, Far Rockaway, in that area. They blow the horn. So there's literally signs up that say, "Don't blow the horn, $500 fine." It's like so many people blow the horn. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, but overall, the people are super nice. Everybody I ran into was real nice. So I'm not saying people up there aren't nice. I'm just saying it's not customary to acknowledge, hey, how you doing today? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just going to pop this on the screen real quick. Josh Lackey said, "LOL, you could not be more wrong. I am greeted everywhere here in Syracuse. When I come back home, I'm
dang Yankee." Josh.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that because I ain't.
Josh, you know as well as I do that Syracuse is not anywhere close to the same kind. By the way, thanks for the response, Josh. We do appreciate your engagement. But as well as I do, that's not anywhere close to the same demographic as New York City, Brooklyn, West Islip, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Staten Island. Syracuse is a far cry different of an environment than there. So when I say up north, I don't really picture towns like Syracuse or towns like that, just because those are much more, they're smaller and more personable. So anyways, let's go on to the next question there.
Okay, this is a good question.
Thanks for watching, Josh.
This is from Leah S.S. Noble. She wants to know, on that note, how do you stay strong to your authentic accent and not succumb to the southern drawl?
You will succumb. Oh, yes.
That is my authentic accent.
No, she's talking about people from north, coming down here and moving down here and succumbing to the southern drawl. You're going to have to succumb there because that's how we do down here.
That's a little too strong.
Hey, I I don't know if you're watching this, you think I have a lot of Southern drawl, but whenever I travel and go up north, all the time that people up north say that I have a thick Southern drawl, you know? But down here, people that have a real thick Southern drawl, they don't think that I have that, you know? They think I have more middle of the road, but I don't think they think that I'm from up north, right? I'm actually, my accent is from Florida, so I'm from farther south, but because I grew up in Florida till I was 14, so I think most of my language was from there. But what do you think? You guys watching the show, do you think I have a real Southern drawl or a more middle of the road or northern sounding accent? Let us know in the comments below. Leah, thanks for asking that question. To get the Southern drawl, I can tell you what you can do. You can get like some grapes and stuff and put them in your bottom lip where it makes your jaw stick out a little bit more like that. And then you can keep it in there for a long time, and then it helps you to get that Southern drawl.
Okay, we're going to test you.
Oh, my gosh.
This is from Kendall. She wants you to say pencil.
Pencil.
Pen.
Pen.
You only said it because I said it like that. Pencil.
Oh, it's not a P-A-N-C-I-L.
Pencil.
Pencil. Give me that pencil.
Pen.
P-E-N, yeah, pen.
Pan.
Yeah, I know. A lot of Southerners pronounce it P-I-N.
Pen.
Pen.
That's what it is.
It's pen.
Pen.
That's not a good word. How about oil?
Oil.
Exactly.
That's what it is. It's oil. That puts oil in my car.
It's oil, not all.
You know, but I could change the accent. I'd be like, I'm in my mom's car. Or just
in your car.
I'm in my mom's car. Okay.
Top of the morning, governor. Sorry, that was a little far.
Wow. And our next question.
All right, let's go to the next question.
This one comes from Rochelle. Carolee, she wants to know, what's the best and worst purchase you've ever made?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll just tell you right off, I won't even beat around the bush. The best purchase I ever made that I'm fondest about is...
Was a wife. I'm joking.
Yeah, my mail order bride. No. I bought, when I guess 2012-ish, for the last 25 years, I've been a huge fan of the Orange County Supertones. It's a ska band I grew up listening to ever since the 1990s, and I loved the Supertones. And in 2012, I came across. I was telling Mazzani, I was telling you about it. Actually, I was telling you about this band, the Supertones, and I don't know if you even remember that, but
yeah, I do. I remember listening to it at the beach.
Yeah, I was telling you all about it, and then I said, well, let's go look them up and see if they're even like what's going on with the Supertones nowadays, you know. And I went to look them up, and I couldn't find them. Couldn't find their website anywhere. Couldn't find anything about them. Because the band broke up in like 2008 or whatever, but and they still get together every once in a while and do things, but they broke up in like 2008, so I couldn't find anything about it. So I punched in supertones.com. I punched in Supertones and didn't go anywhere. I looked around for a while, couldn't find them. Finally, I found them when I went to supertones.com. It was like a ringtone download site or something like that. And so I did some more searching, and I found them under OC Supertones, something like that. Anyways, it wasn't like a great. It wasn't easy for me to find them. Anyways, long story short, I reached out to that company that owned the Supertones.com, and I was able to buy Supertones.com. So I own Supertones.com. So that's probably my funnest purchase I've ever made. And then my worst purchase ever, I would have to say, several years back, my wife and I saw an ad for one of those. I will find you and I will purchase you. I saw an ad for one of those truck pallets full of TVs. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you know, some might work, some might not work, you know, but it's $200, $300 for the whole pallet, you know. So I went and got my wife. I was like, come on, let's go. We're going to go get us some TVs, you know. So I went, and they had like big pallets, like 7 or 8 or 9 TVs in each pallet. And some TVs were big, like 65-inch TVs. And I was like, holy cow. All these can't be bad, you know. So I ended up buying 2 pallets, talked the guy down to $500 for 2 pallets, and loaded them up, brought them all home. Every single one of them were broken. Not one of them worked. I was so sickened because all the way home for like 45 minutes we're talking about where we're going to put these TVs and what we're going to do with these TVs, you know. I was going to build like a big jumbo wall, you know, anyways. Actually, that was back when I was thinking about doing this show, and I was gonna have a big TV wall. What's it called? Like we have all the TVs, you know, in a line. And so I was real excited about that as well. So anyways, that's my worst purchase that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure I've had worse than that. And my best purchase is I own supertones.com. There you go.
Great.
Who asked that question?
That was Rochelle Curley.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks for asking.
Can you want me to give mine? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
Or you want Shay to give hers?
Oh, I don't think I have.
You don't have one?
She ain't going to talk about it, that's for sure. Now with the FBI after.
My worst purchase ever, I can't say it on here, but second worst, I'll say that one, probably would be my vehicle.
Oh, really?
This is my worst. Yeah, because I should just pay cash. Like, just a helpful hint for anybody who's young and dumb. Don't get don't lease a car, or don't get a car that you have to pay for years and years and years, and then, you just pay cash for it. You could get cheaper insurance rates. You're going to be able to just do more for yourself and your vehicle because you're going to have more money in your pocket. That's my worst purchase, period. And then my best purchase was... Ooh.
Those headphones?
Yeah, because they're fly. No, I'm joking. My best purchase was probably my bed. And it was my first big girl purchase.
Your bed.
I bought a mattress and a box spring. I'm that girl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's probably my best purchase, and the TV to go with it, because I got it all at the same time.
Bed and a TV. There
Yeah.
you go. Hey everybody, let us know out there what your best and worst purchases were, and so we can read them. We always check out all the comments after the show, read through them, and try to reply. And we definitely care about what you say. Also, let us know how it sounds out there. If you like the sound, if the lighting and everything looks good, the colors, all that helps us to try to do a better show for you. So,
Next question.
yeah, next question.
This one comes from Robbie Key. And before I go ahead and ask his question, I just want to say, take a moment out of your time during this show and go ahead and share it so your friends can enjoy it also. But this question is from Robbie Key, and he wants to know, these LED headlights on new vehicles are extremely bright at night. Plumb blind ya when you meet one. Should I upgrade to these new headlights on my car and become one of them a-holes? Yes, Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie, thanks for watching and asking these questions. I'm not sure how much better they perform. Like, do the people that are driving those vehicles, can they see better with LED lights? What's the objective in having the LED lights? Are they just like do they save energy? I don't even know. So I would say if you can see better, it's hard. I hate to be the guy that say, yeah, get them. But if you can see better and you're safer and other people don't like it, just too bad for them, I guess. But if it's just like because you want to be cool, like some people have these LED lights just because they have a color tint to them, then I say, yeah, that's pretty offensive, and I wouldn't like it. I would not suggest you do that. So maybe you could get like some candles, and then just light a candle and get a good reflective mirror in there, and then you could have Mizani. I love doing that to you.
You know what, sir? Go ahead and get them. Get them. Yeet. Get them.
I love doing that to Mizani. She's
Get 'em,
always
sir.
like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I was lost. I was
Sorry.
I'm Scooby Doo, obviously.
Yeah, get some bright lights there, Robbie.
Get you some.
Follow us down the road and listen to my wife honk the horn at you. So
Get in front of me because mine's dim. Okay, this next question comes from Amy Pope. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking that time out. Let me get it on the screen. She wants to know, when you're going to make the t-shirts for the show. Are you going to have one that says "We love Mazan"? Oh. I didn't even read it first.
We actually have one in the design that says "Where's Mazzani," but I didn't realize we wanted ones that say "We love Mazzani." Obviously, we do, but that's a good one. We'll have to make one that says "We love Mazzani." Yeah, we don't have a deadline on that. We just kind of were waiting on some other things first, just in the production, when we're ready to start selling merchandise like that. But yeah, we'll absolutely put one out that says "We love Mazzani" for you. That's a good question. Thanks for asking that. Hey, and she shares too. Are you looking to see who's sharing Mazzani?
Yeah, that's why I had just went ahead and said that. But I'm pretty sure.
Amy's a big time sharer of our show, and we're very appreciative of that.
And she has. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you very much, Amy.
We appreciate you. So this next question we're going to do is from another one of our sharers. And this comes from Shakia Barnes. She wants to know, is it rude to make the guy pick up the tab every time? Every time. And I'm saying every time y'all go out.
It depends on what kind of reason why you went out, you know. If you're going out as like if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you're committed to each other and whatnot, you know. Like if you're married, then obviously the guy picks it up every time. If you're living together and you're acting like you're married, I say the guy should pick it up every time. You know, he's getting the cow, you know, so it's like
please stop, please stop, please stop. Turn my camera off.
If you're getting the milk for free, you can at least pay for dinner. You know what I mean?
Like I take turn my camera off. He gets worse, and you make me full screen.
Mazani said Jesus, so she must be leading us all in a prayer. Can everybody pray with us real quick? So
dear God, let him not say nothing else sexual about no cows and no milk. Amen.
Amen. So, if you're just out on a date or going on several dates, which you guys know my whole outlook on dating. If you're out on just several dates and you're trying to get to know the guy better, then obviously, if he wants to pick it up, then great. But I wouldn't imply that he would be obligated. If you're in the stage in your relationship where you're just trying to get to know each other, don't make the guy feel like he has to pay for it every time, because you know even though I'm sure he can afford it, I'm sure he would really appreciate it. It would be pretty cool if even if you offered, hey, let me pay for mine, or you threw. Whatever. I mean, blow his mind. Like throw your card up there and pay for all of it. You know. How about that, Mazzani?
Don't do it. Yeah. She got 2 kids. I'm joking. No, for real.
What are you
I'm for real. Don't do it, honey. You do it one time, he gonna be like, oh, well, I'll do it this time, and then next time it'll be my turn, and then your turn will be next. No. I did it one time out of kind of some art. If I don't offer, no, this is how it go. This is how I believe that it should go in a relationship.
2 kids.
Okay, go ahead.
If you say, boo-boo, let's go out, let's do something, then it should be on you. Because it was your idea, your suggestion. You know what I'm saying? But if he says, honey, I'd like to take you out to Din Din. I want to take you to the movies. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to Carowinds. You got Carowinds money then.
Whoa.
And you want to take me out.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like if I offer, then it's all gravy, baby. But if I don't offer, don't expect me to do nothing.
Yeah, sometimes my wife will come to me and she'll be like, hey, let's go to dinner or whatever, you know, or meet me over here for this or that. And when we get there, I'll be like, you paying? And she's like, yeah, I'll pay, you know. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's cool. Good question.
Agreements. Okay, next. This one's from Mark Tigg. He says, let's get into the impeachment. Real deal or smoke and mirrors?
Oh, man. Mark, we did the whole impeachment thing last week. But yeah, that's what I said last week. Mike, by the way, thanks very much for watching the show, big guy. But yeah, like last week I was saying, I'm not looking forward to going into the next 6 to 8 freaking months or longer back and forth about this impeachment nonsense. It's another freaking smoke and mirrors thing for them to fight about, just like the Russian probe thing. You know, we watched for 2 years. Every headline was about Russia and this or Russia that. Nonsense. And now we got the same thing with the impeachment. My mentality on this is, hey, if the guy's guilty, impeach him, get him the hell out of there. That's my mentality. If you got proof, put it on the table. What's to say? I'm going to serve 2 terms, 1 in federal prison, 1 in New York State prison. No, he's going to serve 2 terms as the United States president. I'm sorry. But Masani's over there. She's all pissed off now. Y'all didn't see her shaking her head. But, I mean, if he's guilty, get him out of there, right? But they went in for 2 years about how guilty he was about Russia, and ended up he wasn't guilty at all. So if you got stuff to impeach him on, if you're going to by the way, impeachment doesn't mean that, okay, let's get into this. So impeachment doesn't mean he's going to be like, if he's impeached, that doesn't mean he's instantly out of the White House. Once the House impeaches him, then it goes to the Senate for a vote, which would be fantastic if he was impeached, because then it will go to trial. And now his attorneys can call anybody and put anybody on the stand. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to pull all these people that are shady people in Washington, and they're going to pull them up there. And it's going to expose all kinds of nonsense. So I'm not afraid of the impeachment thing. If he's guilty, get him out of there. But if he's not, let's just get over it. That's my opinion. I just think that they should use that energy to do something productive. So many more topics they can be spending their energy on instead of trying to get Trump out of there. I mean, they've spent almost 3 years now trying to get Trump out of there. Just solve a freaking problem instead, you know? Get over it. He's the president, right? It's like he's the president, and you've spent 3 years crying about it.
Whoa.
Just move on. That's what I got to say about that.
Let's move on to our questions.
All right.
Okay. This one comes from Rochelle Curley. Oh, it's cute. How do you watch a scary movie with your significant other if you're a coward? Same.
No, those are good. Like scary movies with your spouse and you're scared. I mean, if you're a guy, then you got a problem, right? If he's like scared like me, I don't like watching scary movies. I don't like startling things, you know, like oh, you know.
Yeah, cool.
But that's what people like. People are down for that, you know. They want that feeling. But if you're a girl, you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to watch scary movies and bury your head in his shoulder, under his arm, you know.
No, sir.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Thank you, Shay. That's on you, girl.
No?
Speak your piece.
No, I don't do scary movies at all.
Yeah, my wife won't watch anything scary. She won't even watch scary trailers, you know.
My sisters, both of them will. They'll cut the lights off. And,
Talk in the microphone.
Sorry, and cut the lights off and close the blinds.
Yeah.
Open all the doors. They are weird, and they will sit there and watch that scary movie. I ain't doing that.
Look at her doing her head like that.
She for real. She for real. She's serious.
She wouldn't let us put her on camera, so I put it behind her. So she.
See that, Nick?
Yeah, there she goes.
Man, I will.
She's
I don't
very
like,
pretty, by the way. I don't know why
Yeah,
she won't
she
let us put
really
her on
is.
camera.
Dead serious. But I don't like scary movies either. But just what you just said make me want to put some hair on my chest, though. Talk about some girls. Ain't girls supposed to do that?
Girl.
No, you bet. I'll be over there just terrified, talking about some. What you scared for? What you jumping? And I'm over here holding my legs together, like I'm about to pee on myself.
Mazzani, girls are supposed to cuddle up in fear to their guy. You know? Yeah, he's their protector.
What? I'm the daddy. What you mean?
I'm the daddy.
Ask him.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
actually, he would disagree. He posted a meme about that the other day, actually.
We're going to get back in that topic, talking about guys and girls, and who's the tough one and who's the...
No, because then we'll talk about cows and milk, and I done prayed on that.
No, we ain't talking about cows and milk. You already said that.
Exactly. So, no, I don't even want to touch it. Don't even want to touch the base.
Right?
Scary movies. Okay.
Okay, let's go to the next question. But
Yes.
first, we're going to have to do a little housekeeping here. Shay, put up the split screen. I want you to pull up pull up her camera. You know how to do that?
Mazzani's camera?
Yeah, because let's mess with the color a little bit. I don't think her color looks very good. Do you know how to pull it up?
No.
On the bottom, all the way on the bottom, there's a little blue square.
Okay, I got it.
But put split screen so I can see it, so I can see see how she looks a little yellow in her color. Let us know what you guys think if we do a little housekeeping here.
They call me mellow yellow.
Now you see on the bottom right it says white balance.
Yeah.
Okay, move that one to the right just a little bit, just a little fuzz. Sonny, why are you making that face?
I was trying to look at see if my screen froze.
That looks better, don't you think? Oh no, it moved back.
It looks like a corpse.
No,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Take it back just a fuzz. That's not bad right there, but take it back just a fuzz. It's a
How
little
is
bit too
that
much.
not-
It's a little too much.
Dude.
A little bit. Well, Mazzani, what I'm saying is that monitor over there, the color is not accurate. This monitor over here, it looks a little bit.
It's cool, whatever color you want to make me. You got blue?
No, we don't want to make you blue.
I'm blue. Oh, that's a song right there.
Oh, that's pretty good right there. It looks a little bit yellow, but
I had a little bit of coffee today.
pull it, and then you can mess with the color also. Above it, the next line up has coloring. So you can kind of mess with that too and pull it a little bit more towards a bluish. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah, look at there. Oh. All right. Anyway, sorry y'all. Sorry, we're just doing a little color correction. We want Mazzani to look the best. All right, Mazzani, let's do another question.
All right. Since we're talking about scary movies.
Since we talking about them scary
since
movies.
we're talking about scary movies.
We talking about them.
Yeah. This one's from Marcus Strickland. He wants to know, how do you feel about Halloween coming and all the clown activity?
Hey.
Ow.
You tearing down the studio.
She had me laughing.
Thanks for watching the show, by the way. Very, very good question. I don't know. Do the clowns actually do violence? I think they're just out to scare people. I don't know that they actually hurt people.
They violently made me pee on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Have you seen those videos where clowns are like in parking garages and stuff?
And with the hammers and
they are so stupid. That's the best way to get shot. If you know how many people are walking in that parking garage, I bet a bunch of them clowns will get hurt bad. You know, because like if I walked around with some dude smashing them, I ain't running. I'm solving problems. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's just a dude in a mask. Everybody's scared of a clown. Don't be foolish. It's just a dude in a mask, you know?
You're a boss.
Well, yeah, they don't call me Big Van for nothing.
Dude, we got to put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, but for real, I think most men would too, right? You come around the corner of a parking garage, you see like a dude in a mask, whether it's a clown mask or a gorilla mask, you know, doing something you think, if he startles you and you think he's like, you're going toe to toe, right? You're going to solve that problem. So,
dude, I wish I would have had that meme ready. I didn't know where you were going, because there was remember that guy on Halloween a couple years, like a long time ago actually, and there was a gorilla in the trash can, and he was doing an interview, and he popped out. He said, "Boom!"
Yeah, I saw that one.
That's how me though.
Yeah.
Square up.
Yeah, I was hit once. I was punched just like that one time. Hey, Will Ballard, if you're watching the show, remember me? Will and I. Forever ago, man, I was 16 years old, maybe 17 years old. I used to work at this little grocery store, and it was Halloween night, as a matter of fact, and we all had to work, and a bunch of us, Will was scared to death, and I don't know why, but we told him the KKK was coming, and he's a white dude. I don't know why he was even scared about that. For some reason, he said something that made us think that the KKK would be scary to him, right? Whoa. So we told him the KKK was coming. And then later that night when we were closing, we told him to take out the trash. Well, we all went outside and hid behind stuff, right? And I hid behind the dumpster. And the dude went out, opened the thing on the dumpster and threw the trash away. And I jumped out and I was like, rah! He was like, bap, and stuck me right in the chin. So I know what that's like to scare somebody to get punched in the face.
Taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash,
at
Will.
Night.
Will's probably like, I've been trying to suppress that memory for years. He put it on national TV.
No, he's proud. He's proud.
He's probably grown.
He's one of the few men who's
out again.
One of the few men who've punched me in the face.
On that note, Martin Hicks says, "What's your thought on the new Jokey?"
Mazzani.
On the new Joker movie.
Hey, Mark. Hoopla, not hurrah, goofball.
That's what I said. I was doing the SpongeBob version.
Oh, yeah. I think the movie looks really good. I like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's a great actor. I really appreciate a lot of his work. It's probably going to be pretty dark, I would imagine. Just the previews look super dark. So if you liked The Dark Knight, I think you'll probably really appreciate the Joker. I hope they don't go too dark. Some of the stuff, like, remember The Sixth Sense? I know it's a different movie maker, but remember how dark The Sixth Sense was?
What you mean? It was hilarious.
What?
It was not dark. I was over here like, y'all know what I'm talking about. That blue girl with the long thing. She was
Nobody
getting
knows
it.
what you're talking about.
And then they dug in her belly, and I was like, "Here you the stones." It was great. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Actually,
I probably am ready to watch it again too.
Yeah.
But you remember how dark it was, where the guy that had them kidnapped in that room in the apartment and all that. You know, it was really.
Oh, when she got shot, she was like, "Is it even
when he
worth
found
it?"
him? No, when he found him. Are we talking about the same freaking movie? You're talking about the Bruce Willis movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when he found him in the apartment towards the end? Found the kidnapped kids? Anyways, it was a pretty dark movie. I felt like
we're not talking about the same movie.
Must
that's
not
not
be.
The Fifth Element.
I didn't say The Fifth Element. I said The Sixth Sense. The Fifth Element is a good movie too, but
Oh,
that's not anything like what I'm
that's
talking
what
about.
I was confused. I was like, the
Yeah.
Fifth Element, dog.
Yeah, right. I was like, what are you talking about? No, this.
Sorry. Oops. The Fifth Element is what I was talking about. I apologize.
Yeah, Sixth Sense was a very dark movie, and I mean it wasn't very dark, but I mean it has some very dark scenes in it that I felt like were probably too dark for the genre, you know. And I think Joker may have some of that, but I don't know. I haven't delved into it much reading about it. I am going to see it. Looking forward to it. But thanks for asking about it. Let us know what you think about it. If you ever want to be on the show, Mark, just let us know and we'll put you on as a video guest. So keep that in mind.
All right. Our next question comes from Joshua DeLauder.
J-Dog. We ain't heard from him the whole show.
No. Thanks for
watching.
not sharing today, Josh.
Joshua DeLauder.
I'm just joking. Thank you for being a sharer. Please share again.
What was his nickname in that one show he did? He changed his name.
I forget.
Bond something.
Something Bond. Yeah.
Gamble
Bond. That actually sounds pretty nice though. How do you keep faith when everything around you keeps falling apart?
Oh man, we were really rolling there on a high note. Josh coming in with broken-hearted questions.
Why are you laughing?
It's super funny that he would ask that question while we're having so many funny comments.
This is an old question, by the way.
Oh.
I was just trying to mix up my people.
Oh, he's trying to move it along. All right. Let's do that one again then. Read that question again, because I don't want to cut the clip with me laughing at him.
Oh, man. I done lost it.
Hey, like, get serious looks on your face, too. Like, we're not having a good time. And then when he asked the question, is
where'd it go?
It's gone.
I don't even have it anymore.
We can't even. Now we've completely butchered this whole clip.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me try it mentally.
No, because we have to put it on for the clip. If you're watching, by the way, we take all these questions that you guys ask and we break them up into clips, and we're just about ready to start blasting YouTube and the internet with all these little clips. So. Yeah. Anyways, let's not do that question. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, ask it again and we'll do it next time.
Josh,
promise.
sorry about that, man.
Yeah, sorry about that, but we will.
It's my fault. I was laughing through it, and then Mazzani made me talk about laughing during your sad question.
Yeah, okay. Blame it on Mazzani.
Hey, Josh, if you are having a tough time, give me a call. Reach out to me and we'll talk about it.
Okay, and this next question.
For reals.
This next question comes from Rochelle Curley. She wants to know, do you believe in No Shave November?
Do I believe in it like as a religious experience or something?
No, like do you want to participate?
I haven't shaved since 2017. This is my beard termination length right here.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep, this is it. Some guys have really long, like 2 foot long beard termination. Some guys have 1 inch beard termination. What I mean by that is everybody's hair grows differently on their bodies. Like your arm hair doesn't just keep growing forever. It stops at a certain length. That's your arm hair termination. So my beard termination length is right here. This is it. This is all you're going to get out of the big van.
I've seen longer hairs on my people.
It's sad. It really is. Like the good news of it is I don't have a lot of upkeep to look this good. You know what I mean? It's like this is like I just go in and I blah blah blah. You know, I do put a little Dapper Dan in my hair. You know, put a little bit something in my beard.
You say
and just
Diaper Dan?
Diaper Dan. Oh my gosh, no, Dapper Dan.
Oh,
she said Diaper Dan. You just reach in the diaper and you get out the hair cream.
that was a sketch right there. Somebody needs to write that down.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
No, it's called Dapper. I can't believe I never heard of Dapper Dan.
I've heard of dapper. It means cute, don't it?
Yeah.
But not that.
Dapper Dan. You ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes.
Remember? I don't want fuck, G did.
I watched it like once.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
I watched it like once. Just so you know. Because there's nothing else on TV. Medea was not playing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right. I like watching convicts run through the woods.
I loved that movie. That was classic.
I don't know. I'm more of a life person.
What do you mean that? What's that mean? A life person?
You know what I'm talking about,
the
Shay?
movie Life.
Yeah.
Oh, with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm more of a life person, yeah. Like I can quote some life all day.
Yeah,
I
that was
got
pretty
you
good.
on
It
life.
That was a pretty good
Some
movie.
Drangaline. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it.
That was a pretty good
Hey,
movie.
you gonna eat your cornbread? Sorry. Okay. Our next question. Our next question comes from Sage Estes. He wants to know what's the best way to move out of the country and where would you go?
Move out of the country. That must be for country folk. If you're tired of living in the country and you want to move up to the big city, moving on up. Someplace with a building with more than 4 stories. What's the best way to move out of the country? And where would you go? I don't live in the country. You don't see the city lights behind me?
Right.
I'm downtown, man.
I just want to clarify that he means country like the United States.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that is clarifying. That is very clarifying because I know Sage and he does live in the country in all senses of the word. Mm-hmm. So I thought maybe he was asking how to move into the city. But if he's asking how to move out of the country, I think he's talking to you, Mazani, because you're the one that said all that stuff about wanting to move to Korea or something because you'd be a novelty or whatever.
I would be. I'd be on an elf on a shelf.
You're a novelty here. Look, you got your own TV show.
Right. This Ass Big Man.
Oh, yeah. That's my TV show. But you own it all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're a novelty. Anyways, best way to move out of the country. Sage wanting to move out of the country, going to another place, and where would you go? If I were going to move out of the United States of America, I first of all wouldn't know why, because it's the greatest country in the world. But if I were going to move out of the country, I would probably go to like Guatemala or someplace that's like third world that just got TVs, like last month. You know what I mean? Not all of Guatemala, obviously, because there are some very first world areas, but there's also some very third world areas in Guatemala. And I think that would be kind of cool to kind of take a step back from all the rat race and all the demands of everyday life in a first world country. And it's very beautiful. The people and the country of Guatemala is beautiful. So I would probably say Guatemala or maybe some coastal region in Central America, living on a beach in South Mexico or something like that. Something like that. What's the best way to do it? I think you have to get your citizenships there or some kind of legalities like it is here. It's probably a lot less requirements. Hey, actually, I have a friend of mine that could give us some information on that. Josh Sanborn and his lovely wife, she's from there, and he probably knows exactly what we need. So if you guys want to move to Guatemala, hit me up on the show, and I'll put you in touch with Josh Sanborn.
Do you know anybody who can help me move to South Korea?
Nobody. Oh, yeah, you can move to South Korea. Yeah, I do. Kim Jong-un.
That's North Korea, honey. That's North Korea. I'm going to South Korea, where they got rice paper. I need to go. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go. Listen, I just think it would be wonderful to go to South Korea for real.
Have you ever seen pictures of South Korea?
Yes, and they fashion. They are so I would honestly, I would love it there, but I would be so dry compared to them. I feel because I wear black all the time, and they are so colorful and vibrant, and they wear all these different types of outfits and stuff, and they live simple lives too. A lot of them are minimalist, except for face creams.
That's because they broke, Mazani.
Well, no, because in South Korea they have a whole section of just an area where they only sell stuff for your face, like makeup and face creams and rejuvenation stuff, and it's you could go and spend. No, it's like Estee Lauder type stuff. You could go and drop $3,000 easy there, $3,000, and still go back the next day.
I don't even know much about South Korea, by the way. I don't know if it's like a booming economy now, so I don't really know. And if I hurt your feelings by saying they're broke, it's just because I'm ignorant about that. I don't know.
I'm ignorant about everything, just so you know, everybody. I'm here to learn.
Point.
I couldn't figure out you see.
Couldn't figure out where to press.
No, that's how ignorant I am.
Now you got it.
Only you
hey,
can
hold
prevent
on.
wildfire.
Give her just the screen to do that. There you go.
Only you could prevent wildfires.
No, take your finger out and go back in, and I'll use it for a clip on something. Swing it back in like you just did.
I'm drawing the Disney sign. Disney Channel. I'm joking. I was going to do
we
that.
can cut that up for something later.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to another question.
Okay, so this one is from Leah Noble. She wants to know, what is your advice for people moving into the area you live from other parts of the U.S.? What are some of the perks and challenges you have faced in Southern North Carolina culture? That's a really thick question.
Okay, so some of the perks is that it's a lovely place to live. And once you get to know the people, they're wonderful people, but people are good most all over the country. You know, you're going to find pockets of really good people everywhere. People in general are good for the most part, contrary to Mazzani's belief. But some of the good parts is that you're gonna find people. You should be able to find people quickly, fairly easily to hang out with, and all that stuff. Some of the downsides are the flip opposite of what I just said. Is like you have a lot of kind of superficial. Like you guys know that live in the South around me. You know, it's like you wave at people, like we talked about earlier in the show. But there's no substance in your relationship. You know, like you have a lot of people that you know and you're friends with, but there's no relationship there. You know, no real relationship. And I mean, I would like to have more real relationships. I saw an old friend of mine from high school. I was coaching soccer the other day. I'm a soccer coach for 10 to 12 kids. And this guy I went to school with, one of my old friends. He was walking around the track and he hollered at me. I hadn't seen him in 15 or 20 freaking years, you know. He's like, I was like, hey, how's it going, man? And that was it. I would like to have more. I would like to, you know, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about, dude. Let's hook up, by the way. Let's get together. But yeah, I mean, I just think that that's part of what it is to be in the South. You have a lot of superficial relationships, but I think also if you'll delve in, most people in the South are super. One of the nicest things about the South is everybody's obligated to help you. You know, it's like you call people and you got a flat tire and you're like, hey man, can I get some help? And they're all like, yeah, absolutely, and they'll come help you. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Mazzani, did you have a flat tire?
Yeah, I've had plenty of flat tires.
Did you have help?
No, my boyfriend didn't even know what he was doing. I'm riding on the flat donut.
That's a whole nother conversation.
This was a long time ago when I had a Buick, though. Remember when I had the Buick?
But that's why you gotta get AAA for the flat tire.
You know what? Kind Southern neighbor, you're right.
Or call me.
You should get some AAA for me.
Yeah.
Add me to your plan.
But you know, if you called me, I'd come. We would come. One of us would come and help you.
But I was in Gastonia.
Yeah. So, what do you think? We're gonna make you walk?
That's so sweet. Like, for real. I'm gonna call you though. Sweet now.
Yeah. You know we'll come.
I'm gonna call you. Okay, our next question comes from wow. This is you could just put Letitia Speaks and then ask the question. This is Letitia Speaks on Marcus' phone. How do you tell someone they stank?
Now, understand who Letitia Speaks is. We have another person named Speaks in the studio, so you guys do the math on who this person is. I can tell you she probably looks a lot like the lady that's our social media producer.
Wow. And you're like, what are those?
Interesting how the name just popped up. Like
Yeah.
Crazy.
What was the question about?
Oh,
something.
Let me pop
somebody
back up
stank?
there. Yeah. Oh, I removed it from the queue. Oops.
Oh no.
I got it though. I got this one. It says, how do you tell someone they stink? Have you had a bath today? I'm joking.
Yeah, that's a tough question because I know people and I see people, even people I go to church with sometimes, it's like, man, your butt is nasty. You know? You got to get some showering going on over there. I tell them. I just tell them. I tell them, hey, listen, if you're watching this show, just tell them. They would much more appreciate you just telling them, hey, we got 9 seconds left. She just asked a question.
Sorry.
Shay's like, we done with this topic. Yeah, just tell them. They're going to be much more appreciative. Listen, if you see somebody's got a booger hanging out of their nose, just tell them. It's awkward, but it's so much less awkward than making somebody you know walk around all day with a booger hanging out of their nose where perfect strangers see them. You see somebody you know that stinks, just tell them. Say, hey, man, your shower broke? Don't say that, but be like,
It's the nicest way.
You work out this morning?
Hey, that's pretty good, actually.
You been working out? Yeah, I work out. Yeah, I could tell. You know what I'm saying? Just tell them. I mean, figure out a way to slide it in there. Just put your hand on the shoulder. Listen, man, you stink, buddy. You know I love you. I'm gonna let you know you stinking. Get the shower out of the way. Most of the time they know it, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes they think they stink, but nobody else is gonna tell. Nobody else is gonna know it. But when you tell them, then they're like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to shower it down. So, but it's the same thing. Like if they got a tag sticking out, or they got their flies undone or something, just tell them.
That's easy. Tell somebody they stink is hard.
One of the kids that we consider one of our children because kind of like grafted into our family is one of my son's best friends. I'm not going to call his name, but when he was a kid, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
He's one of the initials on the password.
I know, but I don't know where you're going.
Oh, anyways, when he was a kid, he fell down and hit his tooth on a fence post. It hit the top of his lip, like way up here.
Thank God.
And it hit his tooth, and it pushed one tooth down like a quarter of an inch or a half an inch lower than the other teeth. And there's like one tooth, like a snaggle tooth sticking down there. Well, he comes over the house. He's just a kid. He's like in 6th grade or something. And he comes over, and everybody in my house is like tiptoeing around this. Like, nobody's going to address this issue. So he walks into my room where I was sitting there. I was like, dude, what the hell happened to your tooth? And everybody's like, Dad, oh my gosh, can't believe you said that. And I'm like, I love this kid. Why wouldn't I address this issue that I see here, right? It's like, just act like it doesn't exist, Clearly it exists. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out how to solve this problem. You know what I mean? So
how you solve that?
I got the hammer. I got a hammer.
He was ready with that answer. I got the hammer.
No, I mean he got it fixed. His face looks great now. But I'm just saying, it's like,
Jesus.
Mazzani.
I was calling him for strength.
Are you leading us in prayer?
No,
again?
I was calling on him for strength to get me through that comment.
I think he was using his name in vain.
It's funny that how you put like using a hammer to fix his tooth. I remember when I was young, and you know how you like, oh, my hand hurts, my arm hurts. My dad would be like, oh, go get my knife, I got you.
Like Major Payne, you ever see that movie?
Oh yeah, he had my finger.
Let me see your pinky. Killing in my business, ladies, and business is good.
That was on point.
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome. That's a great movie.
You were impeccable just now.
Thank
I just want you to know
Thank
that.
you. Voiceovers. Wow. Hollywood, I'm doing voiceovers.
For real. Okay.
All right, let's do it. What are we looking on time for the show, Shay?
We got 1 minute and 45 seconds.
We got time for one more question. Sorry if we didn't get to y'all's questions tonight.
Okay, we'll
get them next week, but we'll do one more tonight.
Let's do this one cute little funny one right here. And it's from Rochelle Curley. She wants to know, what's the biggest screw up in the kitchen that you've done?
Oh, that I've done? Mm-hmm.
I know it.
What?
You trying to look at the directions on the macaroni and cheese box.
Oh my gosh, you gonna bring that up? Oh my gosh,
that's the best story ever.
Yeah. Sometimes I read directions. Go figure on how to make certain things, and so obviously macaroni and cheese is a forbidden food to read directions on how to make. Because everybody won't let me live it down.
Dude. That's pretty hilarious.
What about you, Mrs. Mazzani, the cook?
Man.
Have you ever blown up the kitchen?
With my farts. No, I'm joking. That's actually a fact. But anyway, I boiled eggs and then I boiled the water down too low on the eggs. I was watching SpongeBob and I was paying attention. That's me. What about you, Shay?
I don't like to brag, but I don't think I mess up in the kitchen.
Oh, snap. Oh.
Okay.
Good like that.
Yeah, you got it like that.
I do.
Now it's going to happen because you said that.
No, it ain't.
Do you cook a lot, Shay?
Every night, except for on Tuesday.
Like cooking or just heating stuff up? Like cooking. Like mixing ingredients and junk.
She actually
nice,
is a really
nice.
good cook. She is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Then why don't you come up here and cook on Tuesdays?
Oh, I just be so tired.
Well, I find out the truth now. It's time to. I'm gonna be picking up some ingredients. Hey, Shay, can you come about an hour early? We're gonna get some.
I would say my favorite thing to make is baked chicken Alfredo, and I make the chicken from scratch.
That sounds good.
It is so good.
You do like crumbs and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm. Crumbs. Mm.
Yeah,
Put
crumbs.
cheese on top and then put it in the oven. So when you open it up and you get you some cheese everywhere.
Making me hungry.
Before we get to the end, though, I just want to do a little shout out to my niece, Miss Lexi K. Thank you for watching the show. You won.
Is Lexi watching?
Yeah, you the one, boo boo. You the one.
Nice.
Just
We love
say,
Lexi K.
Yes, we do. Let me give you a kiss.
And her mama. Sweet mama.
Both of you. I'll give you 2 kisses.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of the Ask Big Van Show. Go over to our YouTube page and our Twitter and Instagram and everything else. If you haven't already gone over there, or Facebook, wherever you're watching this from, go to our other social medias and do us a favor and like and subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. Gets us some, opens up some new challenge levels like in video games and junk like that. So if you're watching this show and you're one of my children or grandchildren, like we just talked about, or generations after me, years to come from now, I just want to encourage you to put your faith in the Lord. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. He will help you. He has helped me many times. He's been best friends with me since I can't even remember. All right, everybody else watching the show, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Ask Big Van family. And we look forward to seeing you next week on the next episode of the Ask Big Van Show. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Okay, we're done.
How old is Mark?